check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Do you know Jimmy, our pal Jimmy, went to see James at the Hydro the other day?
Ah, cool.
But they didn't play Sit Down.
What? Really?
Aye.
That's mental.
They play Laid to it?
That's their song.
I don't know what else they played, but do no play Sit Down even as an encore or fucking...
That's a weird one.
That's mental.
I can allow it if you're playing like On More and it's a tune-up gig or something, but like... No, the Hydro.
That's obviously, that's where they are now. They're one of the bands you go to see for these songs. You know what I mean?
I thought you meant because of the age of the crowd that will be going to see it, they want to sit down.
Oh, they will.
So it's the perfect song.
True,
Oh, sit down. Oh, thank fuck.
Finally.
It ages well, that song. They grow into it.
Aye.
Do you know that, who's the lead singer? Tim Booth? Tim Booth, James, as a official Batman villain.
Really?
Do you know he's in, is it Batman Begins? He is in that as Zaz, who's one of the darker Batman. Do you know
Really?
Zaz? Batman? So
Aye.
he's the villain that whenever he kills someone, he
Scars
scars himself, so his body's all covered in marks for how many folk he's killed.
So that's
Played by Tim Booth at James, who sang Sit Down. That makes that character a bit less intimidating.
That's
you know what I mean?
mental.
I've seen you with a big floppy 90s hair like that.
So I like when they're because they're in court.
Aye, he pops up in it a couple of times.
Aye.
He's got the right look. Like Zaz in the comics was totally bald.
Aye.
He's got quite a menacing looking face. But then when you realise it's Tim Booth,
That's
James.
That's wild, man.
Yeah,
I genuinely didn't.
She's
know
a star. Isn't that scary, man? No, it's mad that it just pops up in Batman Begins. It's one of what a famous Batman villain.
that is a strange casting, man, for sure.
Yeah, because
That's great though.
I don't think he's ever been in another film. I can't think another film he's been in.
No,
That's quite a
I
big
can't
deal.
think it in.
Yeah.
No, but they obviously they did cast quite a lot of British folk in the films, didn't they? Obviously, like
There's a
Cillian
guy-
Murphy as well.
There's a guy at the
He's
Fast
Scarecrow and
Show as
stuff.
the DA.
Aye,
I realised
that's
you
right.
watching
Aye,
it. It's
yeah.
one of
With the Fast Show?
I remember the Fast
the
Show,
Fast
right?
Show.
Remember the jazz club sketch? Like, nice.
Aye, of
That guy,
course.
right? But remember the one sketch where he's got a trumpet player and the trumpet player's cheeks
cheeks.
just going brrr, brrr. He plays like the DA in Batman Begins in The Dark Knight. He's like a character at the comics. It's that guy at the Fast Show with the big cheeks, man.
The casting must have been some cunt that was pure big into
Must have
British
been
TV.
British telly and that. Aye.
Well, it was in
for the 90s.
They filmed a lot of that in Glasgow as well, right? They filmed it in the UK, but I think all of the Batman Christopher Nolan films were in Glasgow. You can see in The Dark Knight especially.
Aye, the motorways and that.
Aye.
But I didn't know that. That's really wild to me, man.
Aye,
I'm going to
that's
have to go
weird.
back and watch that.
There was another thing I know when Jimmy got home, right? I sent you a photo of a parking space, and he went, I don't know if this is a official parking space. Wait and see.
Right, hold on. I've got it here.
Do you think that somebody's done that with paint?
Oh, is that a DIY?
And also, how narrow is it, man? What you parking there? A fucking canoe? Narrow and dead long, man.
It is actually.
Tandem bike.
Aye, look at the writing. Look at the text.
It's all
That's,
higgle to piggle.
aye. So he was
It
like,
kind of looks like they've missed the B first or something, then went back to it.
Aye, oh, I've got to squeeze
Forgot
it
the B,
in.
aye.
Squeeze it in.
One of the ones.
he's like, this is a space outside my fucking house, and somebody's disabled and put
That's
this fucking
outside
weird
his house.
Well, so on his street, just near
Right.
near where he but it's
that-
hard to park in that street because there's so many motors and it's so
many.
narrow.
See, to be fair, man, that's not a bad like thing to do, innit?
I suppose.
If you were, if that was your house right there, you'd just be like, fuck it, man.
Well, you need a
disabled.
badge or something. Do you know what I mean?
Make that an all. If whoever's done this clearly has creative artistic skills.
Ingenious, man.
It is, aye. decent enough we schwindle.
Aye. So he had a nightmare of a day that day, man. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking first he goes to James, he don't play sit down.
play sit
And then he
down,
comes
man.
home and somebody's fucking
Aye.
MacGyvered the fucking parking space in the street.
Can you park in your street and no play your best song? That's a rough one, man. Aye. I remember I went to a gig and all, man, like saying that, we sit down, I went to a gig and it was a fairly young crowd, very young crowd, right? First time in a very long time I was in a crowd and I felt you stood out.
Aye.
You were that older, right? And they did that thing. So do you ever remember the thing that like Slipknot would do? in their gigs, we would tell everybody to crouch down and that, and then jump up and stuff like that. They did that, right?
Did your back go out?
Mate, I thought my quads exploded, because like halfway up, I went, oh fuck's sake, and then when I was up, I was like, said that to Maria, I was like, I'm not doing that again, because they got everybody to go back down and do it again, and I was like, nah, I can't, I'm not doing round 2, man.
Do you remember that?
Properly fucked my legs.
Talking about feeling like your legs explode. Do you remember that time in a very early ICW show in the Toon, in the Apollo
23,
23,
aye.
and it was it Renfrew go Red Lightning and a surfboard.
That's right.
And we never knew this at the time. It was Roy that noticed it, right? And he goes, my knees. So he goes up, and then he comes back down, lands with his knees on the mat, but he's in the surfboard. So Renfrew's hot, wrenching his arms back. He's got his legs folded, and then BT Gun kicks him in the face, super kick, right? But he goes, my knees, right? And he looks in fucking turmoil, man, right? Anguish, turmoil, fear, everything, man, right? And we just keep rewinding. I stoned it on that, right, in our flat.
So it was just the timing was perfect, man.
Crying, right? And then I brought it up to Red, and Red was like, mate, he wrenched back that far that at that exact point, I genuinely believed that my knees had popped through the skin.
But like the comic timing was so good, man, because obviously with the super kick and all, it was just him going up and he just went, my knees. It was so fucking brilliant.
He had a nightmare that day, I know. He got hit in the face with a fucking one of the things for glass cleaning things.
Aye, that's right. Remember, like we seen the exact moment where he thought, right, I've had enough, because he was going up to Renfrew. And I can't even remember who's the guy that got jobbed out for Darkside coming back again. What's his name?
Oh, I can't remember.
But he was in his place, if you remember, like with Wolfie and that.
Aye.
And Red was going up to Renfrew, and he had the brush, and he did that. Other guy was there, and he did that. Like, didn't he work at it? And he just done that and stabbed him in the neck with it. And then you seen Red going, "Fuck that," and walks in a different direction.
He just abandoned it, man. He's like, I'm away for you.
The exact moment, man, he was like, right, that's enough.
Aye, that match fucking made us, man. It was that was meant to be our first TV recording.
Was that the Renfrew street fight?
No, Glasgow street fight. So it was the main event. Was meant to happen.
Renfrew Street.
The ring broke the match before it, so it was 4 episodes for my channel on Sky.
That's right.
8 matches split into 2 per episode with backstage stuff. The last episode of the 4 for the first batch to give the channel ring breaks. I'm like, fuck, we can't do the main event, which was for the title, and I just went use for Glasgow street fight. And then
right,
fucking Wolfie with the biggest smile on his face just runs out and just hits somebody with a keg, man. And he's like, as if he's in heaven, man. He's like, yes. Next thing you know, he's picked up a couch and threw a couch at somebody, right? Then they fight out into the street. Wolfgang throws somebody off the side of a 61 bus that's gone past. Everybody's in the bus going, what the fuck's happening there? No, the only time that's happened, man, with Wolfie. And then everybody goes to fight into Cineworld. The crowd's out in the street. Wrestling wasn't really a thing in Scotland, apart from like kid shows.
No in Scotland.
No, and at that point, 2 riot vans showed up, and everybody runs back inside. Now I'm fucking standing there like, oh, fuck my god, This guy who was a lawyer was like, have you got legal representation? And I went, no, here, mate. I went, no, on me.
Should have pointed to me. Got that guy.
But luckily I didn't, because he was a lawyer. I got to know him years later.
I would have crumbled after like one question.
He went, just let me do the talking. And at that point, he went, have you got any blank tapes? And I got tapes, and I replaced the tapes in the camera, because this was after the match had finished. We got the last of the footage, and the police came down, and he was talking for us, and they went, we need to confiscate the tapes. And I was like, aye, alright. But before that, like a Colombian fucking guy tried to clear his house of the drugs, man, with a wee mule. I just turned to somebody, I went, do you know where I stay? And the boy went, aye. He was like a trainee wrestler. And I went, take these tapes and run to my house. My missus will answer the door. I'll phone her. I was like, Helen, somebody's coming with a bunch of tapes.
That's brilliant, man.
It was wild times back then, though. They were the best times, in my opinion, man. I know, like,
just my eyes pure wide, like, do you know where I stay? Aye. Oh, thank fuck. Take these tapes and run immediately to my house. I think he went to get his jacket, some wee boy, and I was like, run! And the guy's fucking darting down Sucky Hill Street.
See, even before it made it into the tune, though, when it was the Maryhill Community Halls, when ICW became ICW, so its first run into shows in there, I genuinely loved them. I thought like just the
chaos.
Aye, man, the chaos of the show, it was so unpredictable. Again, because wrestling wasn't a thing in Scotland.
For adults.
For us to watch it live and stuff like that. And but see just the setting it, because it was like so stripped back and all that sort of thing. It just had a really cool feel to it, man.
Aye, I was watching a couple of clips of that the other day. That's what made it pop into my head, and that's when I saw the red thing again. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. It got me like gone down a rabbit hole, and I was watching clips for like Mary Hill and stuff like that. And I was like, fucking hell, man, because we were the first company on YouTube. Nobody remembers that. First wrestling company in the world on YouTube. If you look at the ICW page and go to info, YouTube started in October 2006, and it says on our page January 2007. And then fucking, I first one on fucking streaming platforms and all that shit. But like, it was just all shit that I'd forgot, and it all came flooding back. And I was like, oh, this is fucking, when it was wild, man.
Definitely.
It was some buzz. That's where you fucking came in, and all.
Yeah, Mary Hill Community Halls, yeah. His first appearance, getting jumped by Rob Cage and Noam Dar.
Aye. What were they called again? Resolution?
Ascension?
Resolution?
No, Resolution. Aye. Ascension are in WWE. Because, Neil, did you not come in as the music act originally?
Yeah, sort of a special guest to do a wee, you know what I mean, a wee guest performance. And I remember turning up, meeting you and going, who's jumping me?
Aye, because I was even going to suggest it, because you're like, right, this song's massive. This is some get.
Which I forgot the words to.
Aye, you were on
I should have done it all the way round. I should have done the song that I remembered the words to first, and then have Noam jump me during Hear You, which would have helped, because I'd forgot the words to that, and it could have just jumped me halfway through. That's fine.
But the crowd was steaming, so I don't think anyone cared. They were all going wild.
It made it more fun, to be honest. I was just taking the piss out of the fact I couldn't remember the words.
You were our Cyndi Lauper, man.
That's true.
You are our Mr. T, if that's a better analogy for you.
I prefer Cyndi Lauper.
Aye, Cindy's that's closer, man.
Girls do want to have fun.
Aye, that's true.
But I remember meeting you, was in Bunker, and I'd never met you before. And like we were talking about it, and I was like, oh fuck, he's got a date, brilliant. And then when you said,
I met you for the first time in Mary Hill Community Halls.
True,
I think so, because I remember I shared the photo.
No, we didn't. I'm telling you right now, we met in Bunker. We had a couple of drinks. I said, you come in, do this. You said aye. We talked online.
All right, okay.
And then fucking, that's when you said about the getting jumped thing. I'm telling you, that's what happened. 100%. I remember meeting you in Bunker.
Because I remember
being starstruck, man.
I remember back then, because it was because that was my gig at first, was booking the bands, mind, for the first couple of shows.
Aye.
And
because we had a DJ one time, and it was Wolfie's pal.
It was just random selection, because it was just no wanting to, because obviously at first I think it was a metal band or something like that, and it was like, obviously metal music goes so hand in hand with wrestling, but that was the thing that we were discussing, was not to get it like a style, try to like look for different things, like get somebody to rap, get somebody like a DJ or whatever, so it could appeal to like, you know, have big appeal. And I think I had a band booked for the week you were meant to be there, but it was because you were pure buzzing, obviously, because you'd met them or something like that. And they were like, no, good wee man stuff. I was like, all right, that's good. Because the band would have been awful.
A little known Scottish outfit called Texas.
But then see that Titan, which got abandoned very quickly, was like get these different like variety of acts on within the wrestling, just trying out new shit. That kind of bled into the first City Centre shows we did, and that's how Richard Gadd ended up doing stand-up at an ICW show.
Holy moly, aye. Right enough, man.
Aye.
Right enough.
Aye.
Wait, so what was the show that he did stand-up
I don't think footage of that exists. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does, right? But because I was telling Thomas it, because he still does all the PR stuff, and I was like, when that Baby Reindeer came out, I went, mate, you do know that footage exists of him doing stand-up in ICW, and it doesn't go very well, but he gets a laugh at the end, and then I'm sure Lionheart rock bottoms him. That's right. Aye. And the place goes nuts.
Memories unlocked here, man.
It's total memories unlocked, because it was me that got Richard Gadd on that show.
Yep.
Fuck me. That's mental. See, thinking back now, because I was pals with Richard Gadd, he's a massive wrestling fan. He'd been doing a thing on stage, because he did a weird stand-up act, like you've probably seen in Baby Reindeer. It's very similar to what he actually did. They'd just suddenly go off on tangents. And during his act, sometimes he'd suddenly just turn into like a transition into an impression of The Rock with shades on.
He did that.
Out in nowhere,
He did that.
right?
He did the Rock thing.
Aye.
And
So-
then that led to...
So I
the Rock
suggested, I was like, come out at ICW, do that Rock impression, like slag the fans, and then and Joe Coffey came out and did his discus clothesline and just about took his fucking head off. I remember that now. It absolutely laid it in.
Aye.
Like, I think Richard Gadd did the Rikishi bump without meaning it. He just fucking went inside out, man, because Joe Coffey just like...
His shoe came off.
Yeah, man.
I remember him.
Literally, his shoe came
Aye.
off, man. That's mental. I'd forgot that
Discus
Richard Gadd...
clotheslined him out his shoe, man.
That's crazy. I'd forgot he'd came down, done his Rock hang, and then fucking Gadd goes on to be like
so it's
the
not-
most famous Scottish guy in the world all night, man. That's
So it's
mental.
no Lionheart then, it was Joe.
It was Joe Coffey, maybe Lionheart.
No,
did
I think
something
what I'm
off.
getting confused is the shoe bit, because I remembered that.
Right.
But I think the one I'm thinking is in the Maryhill Halls when we went back and sold it out, when it was Rhinos on the show, and Lionheart, Rock Bottom, Tam, that's what it was. So hard that both these shoes hit the back wall of the venue. That's what I'm getting
It's
confused.
always a good visual.
But
that,
aye,
man.
what happened was Baby Reindeer came out, and I says to Thomas, you do know there's footage somewhere, but
forgot that, man.
the drives, the big terabyte drives with all the footage, they don't have the early footage because they were on mini DV tapes. So there's a box in the asylum. I said, look, mate, wherever they are now, in the town, and I was like, there's a cardboard box full of the mini DV tapes. Now, they're all labelled wrong and all that, so it'd be a fucking nightmare trawling through them all.
Aye.
I went, but I swear to God, I'm confident that footage is on there.
Right.
But it would be so time consuming
Well,
to
I'll
get
tell you
that.
what, to narrow it down, I reckon that would have been the first show that we done in Apollo 23 after moving from Maryhill Community Halls. Because I remember being excited about being in a nightclub, and I think maybe even Richard Gadd said to me, like, oh, this ICW
And we
looks
opened
great
with-
fun, can I do something for it or whatever? I don't know how it came about. It would have been something like that, just in conversation. I went like, mate, actually, you doing that Rock impression just to get heat off the fans, and then you have someone come out and battle you. It was maybe even Gadd that went, can someone come out and battle me? Because, I mean, it's the same as me getting all excited
Aye.
about
And
getting
then
battled
Joe
after
probably
wrestler.
taking fucking offence to somebody that's no in the business.
100%.
Aye.
Joe would have
I'll
been-
fucking discus clothesline
Joe
you.
would have been the perfect guy to come in and go, I'll show you how real wrestling is, mate. Do you know what I mean? Not that Gadd never had respect for that side of it.
No,
'cause
he was brilliant.
Absolutely does.
He was
Absolutely
fucking
does.
brand new. He was a great guy.
Oh, he's
man.
brilliant,
Aye.
man.
Aye, and I remember as well in that show. If that's if it's the show I'm thinking of, Mossy opened the show after that,
Aye.
and either killed
Was it
Christopher.
Mossy and Bad Bones?
I was going to say it's either Mossy, Bad Bones, or Mossy, Christopher. I think it is Bad Bones because the second one was Christopher, where they
Right.
launched him into the crowd like a fucking dart. Aye. What a time, man, to be alive.
I've got.
Man, that's crazy looking back at the fucking the folk that appeared. That I totally forgot Gadd done that.
Well,
in
maybe if we
Scotland.
start a Patreon at some point, we'll go back and watch mega old
Aye,
ICW
we could
stuff.
sift through. That could be one.
Because
of the
that's something we
missions,
have been talking about, folks, is maybe starting a Patreon. So if you're interested in something like that, comment and let us know, DM us, whatever. And if there's enough interest, we might in the near future start something like that. Obviously, we'd want to get a few things recorded first if we did do that.
Let's
but-
try and find the footage of baby reindeer, man.
that's what it was. I was looking at footage and I was thinking if we were going to do something like that, having different things obviously, but one thing could be every now and again we watch like a mega old show and do a watch along sort of thing.
Yeah,
or
that'd be
something.
cool.
Aye.
That'd be great fun. Eh?
I've got like a bit of a beef with Richard Gadd,
Oh, aye.
but it's a bit. It's proper one-sided.
Where's the beef?
Because he obviously doesn't even
Pure
know
roast
I
beef,
exist.
man.
Aye. So it's like so. Like obviously, as you know, like I like writing films and stuff like that, right? So like when I do that, I like to create like as much a visual storyboard and stuff like that with it, and like sound like sounds and all that sort of stuff. So one of the projects that I've got, and I've had this thing since like 2017, something like that, right? And I always had this song that just pairs with it so well, right? And it's a band by the Renegades, right? Who were a British band, but they were just unknown here. But for whatever reason, they were huge in Finland, right?
Right.
Massive, like they would sell out like big gigs, right? And they've got a song, and this song,
I think my dog's got to zoomies. I don't know if you heard that on the mic. Fucking
It sounds like a Sherman tank.
Tremors.
it's a big dog,
Aye,
man.
Tremors.
But like, so that always went with that so well, and I always kept it hush hush. I never shared this song anywhere, and Baby Reindeer, it appears in that.
And that's the beef you've
was
got.
reading.
Aye, come on to fuck, man.
It's beef.
You should appreciate that
It's
that song's
beef, man.
getting...
100% Angus beef. And like all due respect,
I think you could still use it. I don't think it would be.
aye. All due respect, I don't think he used the song correctly. But
Yeah. Didn't
that
deserve the Golden
I was
Globes.
so
nothing.
gutted, but do you know that way because I kept it a secret for so long, man, and I heard it and I went, show's alright.
It's not as if you're talking like Father Ted when they hear that Eurovision song, like as the only they've heard it. Do you know what I mean? It's like
I know.
you should be happy that he's bringing that song out to a wider audience now. It's like,
I wanted to be the one.
You wanted to be the guy that
I
broke
wanted
it.
all the credit.
Broke the.
No, sorry. It's.
I made Richard Gadd.
I've squashed
Hello.
it. I've squashed it, Richard. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh no, I mixed two characters up there, didn't I? I was mixing up the Henry Sellers.
Henry
I
Sellers.
made the
I
BBC.
made the BBC.
And then the guy for the Eurovision one, where he's like a pure bag of shit. He's talking like this. And then he goes on. He's like, "Hello," and his hair's all perfect.
everyone's
I get the two characters confused now, but as it's different episodes, isn't it?
Aye.
Definitely.
Henry Sellers is an animal in that one.
Henry
Look at him
Sellers.
go. Jack's just running through the woods.
What's Henry Sellers doing in Ireland then? What's that episode? Is he there to host the lovely girls competition or something?
I'm getting
I
confused
think
here.
so.
Is
I
it?
think it is.
Of course.
It
They
is.
all have lovely bottoms. Fucking favourite lines, man.
And they get to have a dinner as the prize with Father Ted, but they have to pay. And Ted like fucking goes, and you're paying, right? One of the best fucking TV shows.
It's
of all
amazing.
time, man.
Every episode's
Aye.
fucking dynamite. Weirdly, bringing that up and all because like Maria's never seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Aye,
Father
so
Ted?
that's the next one. We've just finished a show there, and that's
Maria's
the next one on the docket.
Where's she from again, though?
Finland.
Finland.
Aye.
All right.
So
Big fan,
she
of,
has-
big fan of the Renegades, then.
Aye. It was hard to put them onto me.
Right.
Put
Well, you can
me onto them.
figure, you can forgive her not knowing Father Ted for being
No,
from
aye,
Finland. and-
absolutely. She has a aware of the characters, right? And I've let her watch one episode before, but I was referencing episodes a couple of weeks ago, and then I think that's kind of piqued her interest. And I was like, well,
Right.
when we finish this, we'll move on to that. So I'm looking forward to it, man, because I've no watched Father Ted in ages.
Aye, man. I always wondered about that, how much Father Ted travelled to Europe or the States,
Aye,
how
how
aware
it
they are.
translated and
Apparently
stuff like
it
that.
did,
To the
because I
States?
watched a video about it. It was on BBC Worldwide. Sorry, my dog's going fucking nuts today, man.
Yeah, what's happening, man?
Aye, it's just, it does this sometimes. It's a Borodor. So Borodor's it's a Labrador
It's
mixed.
like Lord of the Rings.
Aye,
Borodor, I avenge thee!
it's a Labrador mixed with a collie. It's never been this mental for fucking the podcast. It'll calm down in a minute. But it's they type of dogs have a really loud bark,
Right.
and it's because they're herding. Two breeds of
Aye, herding animals.
Aye. A gun dog and a herding dog mixed together.
Right.
They're brilliant dogs, man. Like he's a fucking lovely dog.
Wild,
but
man.
Wild, mate.
Need some foxes to chase, man.
Aye. It's tiring it out's a fucking ordeal. I know, and when we go away and her ma or somebody watches it, or mama comes up to watch it, you're just like, with the lead, with how strong it is. You've got one of the mad things that you put on it, like it's a holly thing.
Yeah.
And that's meant to stop it for pulling the lead. No, this dog's like fucking. See the photo when
sees it
it's
as a
Joe Rogan,
challenge.
and it's like the dog standing up like that. Well, amplify that dog by 10 times, and that's the size of my dog. And it's fucking like, there's times where I go, this dog's going to break one of their fucking hips. I'm going to come back and like,
Another
she's
lost
just strewn in the street, fucking farm food bags everywhere, man. Fucking rolling all about the place. And
Turn to me where like my just all broken and all that, and go, Roy, run home with this.
Do you know what I love?
bury it in the garden.
Aye.
Do you know in my flat I used to have a chug?
I bet you did.
Aye. No, not anymore.
Used to.
Yeah, no, not now. No, not now. No, in my flat, my ex-flatmate's girlfriend had a cross between a pug and a chihuahua, which is officially a chug. And let me tell you something, man.
That wasn't named in the UK, was
No,
it?
probably not. It sounds like a storm in the UK.
Storm chug. But see, when it gets to the point, right, because both of those breeds are inbred by nature anyway, right? See, when they're breeding, this thing doesn't know what the fucking time of day is, man. Doesn't know what's going on. Like, when something's that inbred, like you're just like, this isn't a dog anymore. This is barely sentient.
And a front to God.
You're trying to clap it and it's just going on in circles.
It's like
confused by what you're trying to do. Like doesn't know what you are, doesn't know what it is. Doesn't know if it's excited or about to shit the floor. Like
or both.
It's just like the octoparrot at The Simpsons. Polly shouldn't be.
Yeah, the frog. The frog. The Harry Potter episode.
Is that them there?
Chug. Oh, here. That's by the way.
right?
That's a lot. That's really lovely. That's a much more compos mentis sort of version than the chug that was in my house. Like it looked like the dog equivalent of the melting guy to RoboCop, man. It's just like Disney.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe it was a series of chugs inbred to make us chug, because it's the pure chameleon eyes just coming out of different sides of its head, like, going different, tongue constantly hanging out. Like, did they know how to get clapped? Like, you try to clap it and it's going.
Did they know how to get clapped?
Yeah, it was, everything confused it, and it just also, it's one of those wee dogs that just, no matter how much you try to tell it to sit, and it's just like constantly, where you're like
close enough.
I love dogs. I love all animals, but for the sake of Mother Nature, I feel like just getting the heel of my shoe like that. Like, come on, I'm doing you a favour here. Come on, the fuck, man.
Leave the corpse in that weird shaped parking space that we saw earlier on, man.
I mean, I don't want to advocate stepping in dogs' heads, right? I'm just going to put that out there.
It was a good podcast. We love dogs. Dogs are brilliant.
It was,
but that dog,
it was cute.
It would have been a favour.
But cute in a way that, like, if you find a frog that's been stepped on or something, you're like, I'm going to nurse this.
How's that cute?
That sort of, just like,
how's that cute?
Just such a wee soul, just a wee fucking. You don't have a fucking clue what's going on, do you? You'd literally imagine you in the wild. I'm like, how did you evolve for wolves? I was looking at it going,
how did you get here?
Like, thousands of years ago, your ancestor was a wolf. How the fuck did this happen, man?
How would it
a
react?
Wolf wouldn't even bother, like, killing you, do you know what I mean?
It's not worth its time.
Nah.
Like a predator.
Yeah.
Does he see it as a challenge? It's no good game. How would it react, though, if you went into its ear and went, lovely, lovely, lovely dog? I think it would be like, what the fuck was that?
I would react like it reacted to everyone, just drool going over the wall.
Oh, by the way, I saw this the other day, scrolling through Reels yesterday, and it came up on the Daily Mail's fucking Instagram for some reason. No, I don't follow that, but it just came up on Reels.
Of course it did.
I am fucking like Jim Davidson, man. Anyway, it came up, and it's 13th anniversary of the release of Danny Boy's hit.
Really?
I saw the Daily Mail sharing that on Instagram as well.
I shared it on our Instagram as well, man.
Oh, perfect.
I said he's your Jarro, man.
I can't wait for Danny's Fire Festival, man.
That would be so good, man.
Luxury Fire Festival.
In Alley Park, man.
Shall we treat ourselves then?
No, because we'll get flagged. We can't play it.
But I saw the Daily Mail sharing that as well. I was like, what's the Daily Mail got to do with it?
It's because a lot of people that
brand.
we also follow are reposting it.
Aye.
So, you can repost there now on Instagram. So a lot of people that we follow, so that's how it's popped up in your feed.
I know, but
13-year anniversary
but the Daily Mail? Why the Daily Mail cover that?
Why no the Daily Record? Why no something you'd expect?
Aye, exactly. Yeah,
it's so random, innit?
Son of the Daily Record, maybe.
Evening Times.
Aye.
Digger. Something like that.
the Digger would be a good
Aye, that would be good.
Aye.
The Digger got a social media presence?
Probably not, man.
They should have a social media presence, man.
Aye.
See, you should, right?
Aye.
Because I go on YouTube and I watch like videos about the history of some of the things they're talking about and all that, man. So they'd go gangbusters on social media. Man.
The Digger's a wee treat sometimes, man. I'm in getting a couple of sweets at the corner shop and I'm just I'll take a wee Digger on me. It's never I'm in to buy a Digger.
Aye.
It's when I'm at the counter and I'm just getting a few bits and I just see it and I go, let's see if anybody I went to school who's gone to jail anytime soon.
Talk to me.
Aye, that's always the best bit, is looking through the bits where it's the court and going, I wonder if anybody... I know him. And then fucking the other bit that I loved is I used to send in... I was trying to find it recently. I used to send in, see the bit where you could text in and there was a page where it was like people would send things in. And I was like, stop smoking fagged outs and the blah, 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 for wee huns and all that. Just random shit. Just going, they're never going to post this. And then sometimes Christmas would come early, man. I'd be like, no way they've posted it. Just the most random, out there, weird shit I could think up, man. Just to see if they would know it was a bam up. But they never did, because think of the people that are texting the digger to get a wee quote in there, do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't look that far-fetched compared to some of the other shit.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
Stop smoking poles in Bar L and diving for doubts.
Nichols.
And it was like... two wee hons for nay hons, and they posted it.
see,
Things like that.
Do people know who writes the digger, or is it like? Because I always imagine, like, you see in the film LA Confidential, Danny DeVito's character, it's like strictly hush hush
off the
on
record.
the QT.
On the
you know
QT, very hush hush.
I always imagine it's the type of
It's
guys.
actually it's a wee guy with a wee zombie hat with press sticking in it.
Exactly.
Ching, 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 with a big
Exactly.
flash bulb camera. And
That's
all
what I've always got in my head.
It was so it wasn't known back in the days of like Brian Lamont is Not a Grass. See that kind of time period. It was all kind of under the radar, clandestine.
Aye.
But then as time went on, I'm sure there was like some wee documentary, I don't know if it was an online one or it was in the telly, where I had the guy and I was like, that's a bold move, man.
Aye.
Like,
That is.
No, I
revealing
remember
who
You're
they
the
put their
snitch.
names
Aye.
because I remember I got interviewed by the digger years ago.
Oh, really?
That's
Aye,
cool
that
as
was
fuck.
great for it. I love doing that interview.
Aye.
Actually, it was just it's sort of tongue-in-cheek interview, so it was just like
Is the wee man?
so it's like one of the questions I remember was like, "Would you have for breakfast every day?" And my reply was whatever's left in the ashtray for the night before. Like, just, do you know what I mean? Or everything kind of stuff. So it was good fun doing that and all that. But I remember there was like young folk came and interviewed me. I was quite surprised, like a young lassie. To the point where I'm like, you better be careful what you're writing about in this thing. And right enough, I remember after doing that interview, talking to folk like Glasgow folk, let's just say, who were going like, aye, the young'uns need to be careful. They should probably take their names off some of their stories because that's ruffling a few feathers, know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was years ago now, so I don't know what happened.
Wow.
On, you know what I mean, on the QT, very hush hush.
Hush, hush,
Ended up in my meat locker like fucking Goodfellas.
Do you remember our mate that we grew up with?
Aye.
When he came into the house one time, like dressed like Phil Mitchell, but he had on leather gloves. We were like 17. We're like, he was fucking. We've talked about him before, but he said something that had happened somewhere, like one of like kind of as if he was in the Underworld of Glasgow, which he was not in the slightest, man.
He kept his shoes in his freezer, and you'd find like remnants of where he tried to make
We're no joking.
crack in his oven and all that.
Yeah,
man.
tried to make crack.
Aye.
Fucking some heart attack, man.
We kind of veered off. See like the tanks for the Artemis NASA thing. They veer off when it goes into space. That was kind of, we got about 17 and we just veered off. And he went into the stratosphere, man.
for the greater good.
Yeah, he
Closed the oven and you know what I mean, left him each other.
he went further than any
I'll see
human's
myself
ever
it.
been.
Aye,
He
aye.
went further, but he was so this is the thing. We were sitting there on a come down, man, after a night out, and like he just walked in like a leather jacket, leather gloves, man, leather gloves.
It's a bold move. man.
Aye, it's a statement, man. You're making moves, man. And he went,
With your shaft.
and I'll never forget this sentence he said, man. He's like, aye, said whatever it was, and he went, that's his neck. And he went, at least that's a word down the Gallagate. And we were like, who the fuck do you know down the Gallagate, you cunt? What are you talking about? Fuck off, Phil Mitchell, man.
Some boy, man.
Mad Reggie Crayer here, man. Talking utter shite.
It was
Leather gloves really gave it some gravitas, though. Do you know what I mean? That's all down the Gallagate. Like, Nano's are buying this fucking act you're trying to sell me a pal. Aye.
It was like a paradox, but like because
He was
it always
he was
skint.
the alpha and omega,
It
man.
was always skint, but always high. I don't know how that happened, but I suppose that
Hodding for people,
That's
probably.
a choice you make. Isn't
his
it?
lab
It's
in his oven probably. Why? You know what I mean?
like- He's just making brownies one day. It's fucking mad with it.
Aye, it was about the same time period. We went up to his house one time, and I went, and it was like, because we didn't have anywhere to go for a cut of beers, because they just had houses at the time. Do you know what I mean? Usually we go to Ingles and sit in his room or whatever, and went up, and it was just like this dive, man. And I was like, I remember going, Roy, mate, can we just leave? And he's like, no, we're going to get a cut of beers. And I was like, I'd rather drink in the street, mate. And he went, why? And I went, it doesn't have carpets, mate.
It was always
Disney have
scary.
carpets.
You always felt,
And I don't mean like
any
it had-
minute somebody can bust in that front door.
Aye.
And that's what made
Aye.
it entertaining a bit. You know, and that was part of the.
We were young and crazy, man.
that was part
Who's
of
got
the-
to come through the door? Do you know what I mean?
That was part of the thrill. Do you know what I mean?
But that was the last time I was like, I'm never going up there again, man.
When I'd crack in the oven.
I tried to make it on the hob, like, and we're like, I mean, the internet wasn't in the palm of your hand then. You didn't have it on a phone, right? But I was standing there.
So is it going off a Delia Smith cookbook or
Oh
something?
no, we were just having a bevy, right? And then we're like, shut that kitchen door. It was like one of the houses, the veranda, that high flat, and then fucking the kitchen's right there. And he's fucking been in there for ages, and we're thinking that he's collapsed or fucking fell asleep or whatever because he's bevy merchant.
Sleeping in the sink. or
Aye,
something.
right. Well, better check. He's not fell into the dishes and drowned, man. You know what I mean? Like he's in the fucking fairy liquid. And we've opened the door, man. He's been steaming, man. Well, we thought just steaming, but clearly something else. And it was just the hob, man. And he had a bit of gear on it, and it was like bubbling. And I remember just looking and going, I don't know, right? I might be wrong. You'd be the expert, but I don't think that's how you make crack, mate. And he went, and then we were like, it's time to go, mate. Never went back. Never looked back, mate. Do you know what I mean? Take your gloves and fucking be on your way, man.
It was trial and error. Trial and error.
I think I'll cut that bit out.
I don't know. Patreon.
Patreon,
Aye.
Aye.
Or I'll just cut his, I'll cut his name. That's what I'll do. We'll keep the story on the bleep.
Bleep my name.
Aye.
Bleep my name.
But people-
On the hush hush, very QT.
Don't give out his address like flat 2. Nah.
He'd be long gone for there, mate.
Aye,
He'll have
yes.
been evicted for there long ago, man.
Aye. Although there's
Aye.
been an official sighting of him lately through the grapevine.
All right. I bet
Somebody's
he's
seen
more
him.
glove than man now. He's just wearing one big glove.
Like the big horn in the WWF.
Right, fucking, what else was I about to talk? Oh, well, what about, we need to start talking about the
Aye, you want to go into it?
So 32 people have been entered into the competition by Roy to find the best secondary supporting, whatever you want to call it, sitcom character.
Breakout. Sort of,
Aye.
Breakout,
quite
aye.
often breakout
Not the main
character.
character, but the supporting character of sitcoms. Who are the best ones ever and who's the best one of all time? Now, obviously, there's much more than 32, as we've found out this week.
There's loads.
With the
Aye.
amount of comments
Yeah.
on the Instagram post asking people to tell us who they think should be in it. Now, here's how we're
I
going.
went in a wee bit hard on a couple of suggestions. I do apologise for that.
I can tell you just woke up.
Aye. I had my Greg's early.
Oh, fuck, he's half, man. I had to save the day and go in and crack a wee joke at the end of it, man.
I don't think you were hard enough.
I might do it. But his suggestions were wrong, so I had to tell him.
But,
Have you noticed this is Beckett's as well, by the way?
oh, fuck it, I'll fix
I
that.
did see that.
It's just a
Aye,
detail.
well, you spelt Fraser wrong, so who cares?
Jeez, man, alright.
Right, so, sorry, I apologise, Roy, I shouldn't have
alright.
took that out on you there, man.
Fine. Education system failed me, but it's
So let me explain how this goes, right? There's 4 divisions, and then people win their division and they go into the finals, right? So we have the first division was confirmed of the first 8 the other week, and at the end of this, we're going to decide who are the semi-finals.
I think it's quarterfinals.
The semi-finals of this division, and then I think we have one last episode when we're done with all this, where it's like the people that win each one, then and
Aye.
one whole episode
Then the
can be
knockout.
finding the fucking golden goose.
Aye.
So we're going to look here. So in the first set of brackets, or backets as I've wrote, is Niles for Fraser, Harry for Third Rock for the Sun, Dwight for the US office, Gareth for the UK office, Kat for a Dwarf, Job for Arrested Development, after getting it wrong last week, even though I know who that character is, I love that show, and Andy Dwyer for Parks and Rec versus Latka from Taxi. You're turning into Roy, mate. You had the Greg's, didn't you, before we came in? Is that Greg?
That was
it
in my
really,
method,
man?
Yang. That was with my...
All right,
was
I
with
thought you
Marcel.
farted there,
No,
man.
I
I
was
was
in
like, we need to stop going to that Greg's before we film, man. It's fucking an epidemic, man.
Aye.
Right, so let's get down to it, right? And then after this, we will decide. You show us who the next bracket is.
Aye.
And
Reveal the next.
And we can decide in this one if we want a substitution.
Aye.
If we want a substitution for another one, we've got loads of suggestions that we'll bring up after we go through this. So, do you want to say anything before we go into it? Because I know you've got something to say,
I've
Neil.
got something to say about one of them. 'cause
Aye, I
this
know
was
that.
brought up in the comments as well, and I sort
Aye.
of concur. Sort of agree with the guy.
Alright.
I've got some thoughts on one of them. Still valid, this one. But should we just wait until we get to that one? I'll bring it up. All right.
Aye.
Aye, let's do that then.
Okay.
Right, so Niles versus Harry. Now, I personally have a soft spot for Harry, as growing up, I would watch Third Rock for the Sun all the time, had a couple of tapes of it. So it was like, didn't have internet back then, you just wore tapes to the fucking bone, man.
Yeah.
And Third Rock for the Sun was one of them, a couple of seasons of that I had in the house. And Harry is a fantastic, hilarious character. Incoming message from the big giant head. Love that guy. Well, that's who's Daenerys Horns in that photo.
That's right.
Eventually played by William Shatner, am I right?
Yes,
Who's the
that's
big giant
correct.
head?
They had a lot of good cameos in that, like John Cleese and all that.
That's right.
Aye. And but I do have a soft spot for him. However, the soft spot also, if it wasn't against somebody who's also a Channel 4 in the morning stalwart,
Aye.
it would have a better chance of going through. But for me personally, Niles pisses oil at the top of him, man.
Oh, aye.
You think so?
Aye.
I think it's
That's an image.
Incoming piss from Niles. Aye.
Maurice won't let me do this.
I think I'd need to agree
Maris.
on that.
Sorry.
Aye. Aye.
That's 1 for 1.
Aye. Gob and fucking
Maris.
aye. Maris Piper. So I'm going to go for, personally, my choice would be Niles to go through for that bracket.
I agree. It's like you're saying, Harry for Third Rock for the Sun was a breakout character, and I remember that when I was a kid. Got like they're putting him over as the sort of funny, wacky one out of the group. Do you know what I mean? And it was good. In its time, and it had a wee run, but it sort of petered out a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? That sitcom. Whereas just on the strength of Frasier, like you say, it's still a stalwart. Channel 4, Mullins.
Aye.
It'll be on till the end. It'll be on till fucking
Cockroaches will be
get
watching
wiped out by someone, man, or
Aye.
whatever, right?
Rain
Frasier will be the
and
last thing in TV while the bombs fall, man. Right? So, like that, Frasier has stood the test of time, absolutely still holds up. And, like, Niles, definitely a very key character in that. For sure. So,
I just had a horrible vision
just
there.
overall,
Like,
Frasier's a far superior show, innit?
I just had a horrible vision there of the blast of light in the distance, and I'm just turning around, the last thing I see is Eddie the dog, man. Frasier.
Oh, that'll be a sad moment, man.
Aye.
Be tear.
I'm coming for you, Eddie. Just obliterated, man. Dust.
Oh, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
See,
And then it turns to a piano version.
Aye.
Toss salads. Everyone's just melting, man.
You're like Sarah Connor at the fucking chain link fence. Toss salad and scrambled eggs.
It's Danny Boy in a car park holding onto the fence. Goodbye.
life is short.
A single tear.
Everyone who loved me.
Bang.
Your fascinating dance that he does.
It's fascinating, isn't
A
it?
fascinating lack
The
of
whole
rhythm.
thing
I know we don't get guests on, man, but like honestly, see if we
would
could
make
get Danny Boy.
Aye,
We'd make time.
There'd be
We'd
room,
make
aye,
time.
for sure,
Maybe a
man.
climax of a live show, man.
For
you know?
sure.
Aye, get him on to sing. Well, that'd be the best shit ever.
That would be amazing.
We didn't need to do a live show at some point, I don't know, man.
Aye.
Patreon live shows, let's do all that shit. Fuck it, man.
But
Aye, as you were saying, sorry.
I just want to add in one wee thing, right? Because this one seems like an easy one to say anyway, right? But something I've been trying to like kind of think to myself, like I'm trying to come to it from all angles, right? Mm-hmm. And I was thinking like, with Niles, I don't know if this is it's both a good thing and a bad thing. I would think from an actor's point of view, right? Where it's like you are that character, and Niles is that character. Because I think I've seen him in one other
David
thing.
Hyde Pierce.
Aye, David Hyde Pierce.
Typecast.
And even in that, it was like a rom-com for the 90s, and I think it was Sleepless in Seattle or something like that. I think it was Sleepless in Seattle.
He's no...
And but he, even in the film, he makes a comment about Seattle because he says something like, "Do you know that
it wouldn't have been Sleepless in
was it
Seattle,
no? Would it maybe You've Got Mail or something like that? Then maybe I think it might be Meg
definitely in
Ryan's
something
pal,
like that,
because he
the pal.
says something off the cuff like, "Do you know it rains 11 months out of the year in Seattle and stuff like that?" Like, and it's like that's because we know you as Niles,
He's
right?
not referenced
But Harry, like I've seen him in some, like he was in fucking I think it was
Inspector
like,
Gadget 2.
Aye, and Home Alone 3 and all this kind of stuff.
That's right.
And he always plays a very similar type guy as well.
Aye.
But at least you can you can sort of suspend disbelief he's that guy
He's
in
the
there
guy
or
that
whatever.
guy that you bring in when the franchise is dead. And
Exactly.
It's straight to
Aye.
DVD.
Yes.
Is that Inspector Gadget 2? Matthew Broderick's asking for too much money. Let's get the guy who third off this.
Was that no...
Home Alone 3? Macaulay Culkin's about 27-year-old now. Let's
Aye.
get Harry for
Get,
third off
you
that.
can be the Marv.
Joe Pesci's wanting too much money. Let's get this guy.
And he's not in a good way.
I think Matthew Broderick, he just killed somebody, I know, at that point, didn't he?
He'd actually, this could be a whole other podcast
Aye.
episode. Celebrities who have actually killed people in real life.
Yes.
Aye. Matthew
I'll make a note
Broderick.
of that. That's
Aye.
a belter in it.
That would be-
Matthew Broderick's a good starter for that. But it was just after. It was actually just after Ferris Bueller's Day Out came out. It was not long after that. I think he almost
really?
took a
Far
break.
back, is
It was in Ireland. He went to Ireland with his fiance or wife or whatever.
Oh, I've heard about this.
And they ran someone, or maybe a couple of people. I don't know, maybe getting it wrong, but it was definitely like a traffic accident.
Aye.
Someone get killed in Ireland. So that's why I'd always wondered as a kid, like
a rough one.
everything you've seen him in since Ferris Bueller always had a distant look in his
He
eyes.
does.
I'm like,
A haunted look,
yeah,
man.
right. What happened to Ferris, man?
If only
On
he
his
had...
day out. Ruined Ferris' day out, didn't it?
Aye. If only he had the gadget wheels, man. Could have went all the guy. No harm, no foul.
No, that's why he did. He accepted Inspector Gadget.
Aye.
He's like, what, you know what I mean? Clear my
want to-
conscience. I want to fucking...
Aye. Cher would have been big with Turn Back Time, I know. Probably brings a lot of trauma to his eyes as well.
Yeah.
So
He's
let's
probably
move
not
on.
a fan of Father Ted, man. That would
No,
give him
definitely
trauma
not.
flashbacks.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Right, so here's something I actually meant to ask before with this though, right? Are we taking into consideration the votes from viewers? Because we do have, I have tallied up their votes and all.
Nah, fuck him.
So,
No, let us know though. Let us know what they're. Oh no, we'll do that at the end.
so I could give you the scores later on.
Nah,
with,
fuck 'em.
with that.
No, I want to know what they say. Because it's interesting. Because if
and
it,
then dismiss them.
if it ever becomes a thing where we can't decide, oh well, that's not going to happen. There's fucking 3 years. Do you know what I mean? There's only 2 choices. Aye,
True.
But what did they say for the Niles and?
Do you want to know the scores now as we go through
Because
them?
folk,
Aye.
right, folk, I'm not even having a go, but folk in the comments were going like characters for the Simpsons and all that, and you're like, Simpsons, you can't
Aye.
include that. You could do a whole podcast series about.
So we'll get to that in a minute when we get to the thing you want to talk about.
Aye.
That'll come up when we get to the bit you want to talk about. After this next round.
Right. So you want to know the scores now for them?
Aye.
Right, so our winner for that one is Niles.
Aye.
And it was a bit of a landslide and all.
I knew it.
So our votes and the viewers' votes, it was 15-2. So it was 88% to 12%.
I think Niles has got to go on a run here.
It could be. It could,
aye.
but there's a few.
Strong
I
contender.
think that every time I look at the bracket, so I see some characters and I think the same thing with a lot of them, man. But we'll see, obviously.
Aye.
And then obviously for us, it was 3-0, so it was 100%. So, aye.
Right, so Dwight versus Gareth.
Right, this one was contentious.
Yeah.
This is the one. There was my boy Chris. It's my boy now, right? Because I thought I was going to get pelters for this. Because I thought
There was a lot of people like on both sides of the fence.
there
in the
was,
comments.
and I thought because obviously the UK office I thought has such a big fan base.
Aye.
I thought I was going to get pelters for because in my opinion because I've watched both of these shows all the way through recently, so it's still fresh in my mind, and I think there's no question Dwight is the better character for sure, in my opinion.
Aye, it's a tough one. I'm going to say Gareth.
You're going Gareth?
Aye.
Oh, right, okay. Because
I think Dwight had a longer run to get the character hammered over.
Well, that's it.
But I think for the fact of how short the UK office is,
Yeah.
you remember Gareth.
100%,
And it's the cream rises.
Absolutely.
And for me, Gareth is the cream.
and you're giving it to Gareth as well, Neil.
Oh, aye, 100%. And I understand why folk are saying Dwight, and I understand why folk might prefer the American office to the UK office. Because, like you say, it went on longer and like developed all the supporting characters.
I morphed into the same thing.
And morphed on its own very American thing, which makes it very different. But it's cause of that, it's like the further it went on, the more you got to know about the supporting characters, and then by the end of it, everyone in the office is like a wacky character with their own quirks and all that, and this is what makes them eccentric. And they also, it's more like a family, they all support each other, and that. It's just more this cheerier American vibe to it. And all that.
American shite.
Right? It's like schmaltzy. Whereas the British Office, much shorter, much more bleak, but like much more believable. They come across like real people. Like they're working in an office, they wouldn't be all pally and going to each other's weddings in Niagara Falls and all that, right? It's like bleak and it's grey. There's just close-ups of printers working all the time, and it reminds you of working somewhere where you're just like, oh, fucking just get through the day, man.
Aye.
And it's like the wee things that folk do amuse you and all that, but it's like Gareth, as a result, just comes across maybe a less likeable but a more believable character. Also, like, personally, just growing up with The Office, fucking, I used to watch it just over and over to the point where I can quote it fucking word for word almost. I've got pals that I will talk to almost exclusively in obscure Office quotes, like UK to the, like, you couldn't compare that to American one. There's like brilliant stuff in the American one. There's great performers and all that. But there's no way I could just hold a whole conversation just quoting The Office back and forth. Like, so there's so much of that with Gareth where it's just off the top of my head, you just go, he's not here, sir, he's got knobbed off some tart. Like, stuff like that. Or, do you know what I mean? I don't usually do sloppy seconds. So, or
It's Gareth, man.
It's Gareth, man. Even, right, here's testament to how good fucking Mackenzie Crook is as well, right, and how natural it is. There's one bit, I don't even remember this, right, but he's trying to chat up the one of the new lassies in the office, and he's just like making awkward small talk, doesn't know what to say, and he just goes like, so when did you come down to Slough at the weekend? And she's like, yeah, Saturday. He's like, Saturday, because he just kind of hanky in. It's just the it's like Saturday. So literally, I've got pals that will just go like that to each other, Saturday, and immediately know what I'm talking about. There's an Instagram account I noticed that's just called Gareth Says Saturday, and every Saturday it just shares a 3-second clip of Gareth Keenan going, Saturday. So Dwight Schrute can't compete with that. You know what I mean? There's no Instagram account that's just him saying one word every week and folk love it.
There's a thing like
iconic,
that.
man.
There's a thing like that. I don't know if it still exists, but it used to exist on Twitter, and it was called "Is Teddy Hart in Jail?"
Aye.
And it was a Twitter account, and every day it would just post no. Then the world exploded, man. See, when the day came where it just said yes.
Aye, man.
Right, Bret Hart's nephew, Teddy.
Do you ever see the
Nut
Twitter
job.
account? This is a bit darker. Do you ever see the Twitter account "Is Test Still Dead"?
Oh my god!
Every day it just tweet yes. It's like thousands of followers.
Fuck
I'm like,
me, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
Right, on to the next one. Oh, hold on. Sorry. So what were the people saying?
Right, so this is where it's going to get interesting then, because
here's the contentious one.
with the viewer votes and ours, Dwight wins with 66% to 34%,
This is why we shouldn't
10 votes to 5. But with just ours, Gareth wins 75% to 25%, because obviously 2 to 1.
Aye.
So what do we do?
That's
Well,
what's
get the
do those maths again? 2 to 1,
Aye.
75 to 25.
No,
Sure
it
about
was
Aye, 75%.
5 votes for Gareth, 10 for.
But 2 to 1 would be 66% to 33%.
Aye, it's near enough
to
that.
33, aye.
It's 34.
75.
Yeah,
Aye.
aye. Yeah, I get, yeah, that's a quarter, 3/4,
Yeah.
aye. But 2/3. Because then that goes to 99%, and that annoys me. So
I think we need to make a decision. We can't toss
Or
it
it
a
could be
coin.
34, I suppose. Right. So what do we do then?
Do you want to toss a coin?
If is that what we want? Is that how we want
I don't
to
know
say
any
that?
other way to do it. It's 4 people if you include the other people.
Are we including other folk?
We'll just see what they think.
Aye, okay, so we don't include their votes?
Oh, I know, but it would be good to know them.
Aye, good to know them.
Aye, but at the same time, if we do that, then it could be
Yeah.
a sticky
We'll
wicket.
take
mate.
your opinions on board.
He's furious about this, man.
I'm all about integrity to the game. If that's how we play it, that's fine.
Aye, because an uneven number makes it easier to decide.
To decide. All right. So we've
But
got,
it's good knowing this as well, because it
Aye.
can help us if we're struggling. So
I'm still pure thinking about the percentage thing, man. That's confused me.
Gareth goes through. Niles is
Gareth
through.
is through, yeah.
Gareth is through.
Aye.
And on to the one that you want to talk about now.
right.
Yeah,
go
well,
for
this was brought up in the comments, right? And I sort of agree with it, right? Because I did have a wee thought when it came up in the first place.
Cat versus Job.
versus Job, right? Job is a valid one because he's definitely not the main guy in the rest of the development, right? Cat, on the other hand, would you not argue that the Red Dwarf's more an ensemble thing, where it's
So
about
it's the
all 4 of them?
This
For
is
the most part, anyway. Obviously, Crichton was now at first and all that,
Aye.
right? But the main 4 are who you regard Red Dwarf as, and you don't necessarily see Cat as like a Kramer or even a Baldrick or something like it.
Right.
Although he is, it's like I get it.
I do. And
There's an argument to both sides.
this is my rebuttal, right? Is in the first series, he lived in the vents, and he would only appear every now and then. Like, so there was sometimes.
Like, that's probably where he lived in the vents, man.
So, like, it's I think I feel like that was the intention in the first series, and then he probably, because obviously they get lost for Red Dwarf, so it makes sense he's always on the ship with them in that way. So that's the way I kind of viewed him in that way, that he was that kind of character. You know, he would just come in doing the wow, and then feed me or whatever, right?
Fish.
Fish. Right. Today's fish is
An
trout a la carte.
amazing fucking character, man.
Yes, he's brilliant.
Incredible.
But doesn't he get remembered the same as Lister or Rimmer? So I think that's why he should fucking stay in and get the credit he deserves. But also the rebuttal to you is not building on what Roy has said, right? The theme throughout, the thread throughout, all of it, I'm not including the later episodes where everybody just came back to life. Fuck that bullshit, right?
Series 7 on, let's not talk about
That doesn't exist. That's no Red Dwarf to me, right?
Kinda,
Where Cat's dancing about with a fucking
with the blue
robot. Fuck that shit, right? No, I'm talking about Red Dwarf, the real Red Dwarf, right? That show, the theme is he's the last human on Earth, Lister, and the goal is to get him back to Earth. That is what it's about. Whereas, like, Seinfeld or Friends has always been about the whole crew. But throughout, the main character is Lister.
I see what you're saying. Even though, weirdly, Chris Barry...
I know it became an ensemble, and I agree with
was
you.
always top billing. Right, for the first one, even though...
Was he?
Chris Barry
the British Empire, not?
The British Empire.
British Empire came later on
did
the
it?
Dwarf, but Chris Barry was more established than Craig Charles at the time. He was on Spitting Image, he'd done he's in Blackadder as well a couple of times, I think. And he was an impressionist, so he'd been on TV like Ben Elton's show at the time and all that bunch. More than Craig Charles, who was known as a poet. Do you know that?
I know, I didn't
Craig
know.
Charles started off, still is I suppose,
That's how I always
as
remember.
a sort of jazz poet guy on like Saturday Zoo and all that at the time, all these shows in the 80s. And you know the story behind, you know what it actually was? It was cause of Cat that Craig Charles got in to speak to them in the first place, and he wasn't getting auditioned because he did poetry about like the black experience in Britain and all that, right? Craig Charles. So Doug Naylor and Rob Grant got him in to ask him about the character of Cat because they based it on James Brown. So these two white guys went like, is that alright that we're writing this sort of black character that cuts about acting like James Brown? Like, that's not going to be offensive to anyone. So Craig Charles looking at it like, no, this character's funny. By the way, who's playing Lister? Who are you going to get to? And that's how he got in. Because originally, I think before scheduling conflicts came in, Lister was going to be Alfred Molyneux, who was later Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man, and Rimmer was going to be Alan Rickman, Die Hard and fucking Harry Potter and all that. Yeah,
I can't
imagine.
even imagine.
It's
that.
mental, isn't it?
Aye.
But that's who was originally in the running to play Rimmer and Lister.
Again, Lister is just that. Like, he is, like, Craig Charles is Lister to me. That's a hard thing to even imagine.
You can't imagine.
It's so synonymous with him.
Aye.
I met Alan Rickman once.
Did you?
Aye. We done the Vice documentary, The British Wrestler.
Oh, the London screen, that's right, aye.
We went down and half scooped and fucking somebody went, I think it was Grado said it, or Jester, whatever one it was. Went, I think that's fucking Alan Rickman there. And it wasn't until I got up to do the Q&A thing at the end on the stage, I was, because I was drunk, I actually went, he says something, and then I went, and on the mic went, fucking hell, that is Alan Rickman. And he was like, that piece on it.
Awesome. Awesome. It seemed like he was a sound guy.
We talked to him for like, it was only 5 minutes after it, but there was like a wee drink thing after it in the sort of foyer bit.
Yeah.
And we talked to him. It was like a thing about a Caribbean documentary. It was like 2 documentaries because they were shots together. And I think he originally was there to see that.
Right.
And then obviously played back to back. And he stayed for our one.
That's
and then
cool,
we done the Q&A after it.
That's cool, man.
Because the other one was filmed in the Caribbean, so they didn't have anybody there for that one, I'm sure. And it was just us. All right. So I was a buzz, man.
Amazing,
But so I'm going to give you a choice here, right? That you can make this decision, Neil, if you don't mind, Roy. If you really don't think he should be in it, if you think it should be somebody else, we can make a substitution.
And I'll get that soundbite for the next round.
Here's where my, morals kick in though, because it's like, even though there are these reasons, and the guy said that in the comments, and thinking he's getting at that Red Dwarf's more ensemble, I can't, in good conscience, eliminate Danny John Jules for a
Legend.
fucking love I love the cat, man.
Star
Growing up,
of-
man, I love Danny. Like, fucking still love Danny John Jules, man. Enough respect.
And I agree, it is an ensemble.
Star of Blade 3. Is it Blade 3?
Blade Trinity, aye,
Blade Trinity.
And it
Triple H.
pops up in the film Scum.
Is Triple H knowing that or not?
Triple H in Blade Trinity, aye.
Triple H as well. Aye.
So, right, now we're on to
So I
Job.
can't cut cat, man.
But this is a tough one because you've also got Job there, right? Now, I'm going to say
choice.
this. I thought, I like Job.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite is Tobias.
Yes.
I would say so.
I was thinking
Aye.
of all the side, not even side characters, because the rest of the film's about a group hanging
Aye.
out. But Tobias totally stands out.
Aye.
As like, especially because it's like Job's one of the brothers, so he's for the start one of the more main characters. Tobias, like, is in it more and more as it goes, because like, this guy's fucking funny. So that's
Aye.
like the nature of this competition.
Would that have been a harder bracket, do you think?
Yes.
Cat and
Because-
Tobias?
Yeah.
Aye,
Never
it would have
nude.
been.
Never nude.
The never nude side. Aye.
I'm going for Cat.
I'm going for Cat.
I'll go for Cat.
You're going for
Well, Arnett's brilliant and all, but
He's brilliant. Like, everybody in this is brilliant. That's the tough thing. Now, on to the final one. Andy Dwyer for Parks and Rec versus Latka.
this is tough, man.
Aye. Now, they are both brilliant, but my choice, because, like you said last week, it's like a comfort thing. I remember when we first got Sky in, I had got to my dad's to stay or whatever. He's Sky before us, or cable, sorry, NTL, at 12 at night on Paramount Comedy. Always Taxi.
Yes.
Every night.
What a
And it always-
soothing theme tune.
Aye. So there's a soft spot in my heart for it, and also Man in the Moon. But obviously, fucking Jim Carrey playing him gives you a better understanding of him. But what a prick Jim Carrey comes across in the documentary that. Have you ever seen it?
Aye.
Aye. Like, wait, I
Is that
get
the character
method
all the
acting
time?
to a degree, but the whole time.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't be addictive. Doesn't
Aye.
mean you need to be addicted.
Although
Look, I'm
Dan-
sure Andy Kaufman wasn't that much addictive
Nah.
folk, even when
Because he was
a
in on the
character.
thing with
Aye.
Jerry Law.
Aye.
They were in on it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so he must have been sound.
I think, though, remember in that documentary, Jerry Lawler's talking to camera, going like, Jim Carrey's gone too far with this, he's just been treating me like shit and blah, blah, blah.
But how do you know that's not?
I think that was a work.
Aye.
I think they're both working the documentary. I think that would have been Jim Carrey's idea, going like, why don't we sort of recreate the work that they did, and David Letterman and that, but do it for this documentary. And it kind of tricked everyone. It's like, Jerry Lawler's a better actor than he's given credit for, man. Like, this is good.
Aye,
Like,
that was the case, man, for sure.
yeah. Hadn't aged much as well. Remember he's in Man of the Moon playing himself
He has now,
for
man.
about 20 years. Aye, well, it's been a while now.
Aye, through that film, definitely.
And he
Aye.
had a stroke and all. He looks...
He's had a few things.
that'll do
He's been through it, man.
Aye. Somebody interviewed him and
Still
it's
get
like...
jet black hair like Dennis and Always Sunny, man. It's like Superman. He's the original, right?
I saw a video the other day, and it was Bushwhacker Luke, and this was last week in an indie show.
seen this.
Doing the thing round the ring, and it was wholesome because all the Waynes followed him. They were all doing the Bushwhacker arms round the ring, but he had he'd painted on his mohawk, and he was running.
You're Giuliani, man.
He must be 102-year-old though. To be fair. Getting back to what we were talking about, I'm going to go for Latka.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, Jerry Lawler has held up quite well.
I'll show you a
'Cause
video.
obviously-
Oh, sorry, that's what I was saying. He was getting interviewed, and you're
Seen
like,
better
the guy
days, man.
interviewing him, you're like, maybe stop interviewing him. He can barely speak. Man.
Really?
Aye.
Oh, that's sad.
Aye. Aye.
That's pretty
That's
sad.
sad.
Aye.
This one's tricky actually because both definitely breakout characters. So it's like, you know how Chris Pratt, he was only meant to be in one episode, the first series, and then he was so good, they loved him so much, they're like, you're going to be a regular character.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? So that sort of maybe edges him a bit, but at the same time, because it's like Latka, they almost built it around him. Like, they'd seen him do that character on stage and went, like, this is, we've purpose written this character for you.
Aye.
But to the point where, obviously, they cover that in Man in the Moon. Like, Andy Kaufman didn't like being in a sitcom, and he tried his best to just sabotage it every. Like, he done
Who was his character?
Bernie Clifton.
Aye,
He did the
Clifton.
secondary character. He was like an old school, just like alcoholic monster. Like,
And they all
cabaret
clearly know
performer
it's
with,
him.
with prosthetics on. So he was like, he demanded that he have a part in one of the episodes. So he turned up as that guy in all the makeup.
With
and
two
with two hookers.
aye.
And just got into
hilarious, man.
fights with like Judd Hirsch and that on set till he got
Rocked
sacked.
up with two gas cookers, man. They started causing it.
That is so good, man.
Shit like that's legendary, man. But at the same time, you're like you were trying to actively ruin the show while we were
The
on
whole
it. Do you
thing,
know what I
man.
mean?
In fact, you know what? I'm more thinking Andy Kaufman and no Latka. See if I strip away the Andy Kaufman stuff,
Aye.
I'm going to go for Andy Dwyer.
Really?
You going for Andy?
Aye.
I think maybe might be interesting if it was Andy Dwyer versus who's Christopher Lloyd in Taxi, Reverend Jim.
Substitution, no.
Aye.
Just because in the same note, like he was the same as Chris Pratt. He turned up in one episode, and the makers were like, "This guy's funny. We need to make him a regular."
That would have been interesting.
I actually rewatched. It's like fucking. I use Taxi as a comfort hanging on sometimes. So
definitely.
I rewatched the episode where he first appears as just like a reverend that they've brought in to marry to them because he's been hanging about in the soup kitchen in the corner or something like that. So he's just looking there, and you can see watching it. He's only got a few lines, but it's like every second he's on screen, he's just making the most of it. Like pure Doc Brown face, man. Just watching him like, I'd like to see you time travel with a young boy for some reason. I don't know why, and just never question why an old man's time traveling with a young boy. Never question it. It's fine. It's fine, but like you still don't question that, man. That's how good a film that is.
Taxi's like a warm blanket, man.
It really is.
Aye, definitely.
So that's actually a tough one because they're both. Oh man, just for the sheer. You know what? For the sheer legacy, I think Latka's a more significant and memorable character than Andy Dwyer.
Okay.
I feel like the stardom of Chris Pratt has eclipsed that character more. It's like a footnote in his career, where Latka in itself is more important.
You convinced me. I'm going back to Latka, man.
Are you going to Latka as well?
Well, I'm on the fence. Let's see what you've got to say. Let's see your...
Well...
I'll listen to what you've got to say first.
Right, okay.
Speak, you're on a podcast, you can.
No, I'm trying to think. I wasn't... Like, so, I mean, I went with Andy, right? And my main reason for that is because in my own personal experience with the characters, Andy, and this might be recency bias, obviously, but Andy has given me proper laugh out loud moments. Yeah. Whereas Latka is very one note.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like it's like
back
once
on that fence again.
Once the joke wears, I wouldn't be laughing out loud all the way through the series. Whereas Andy is very dynamic with that. In fact, I think he gets funnier.
It does. It actually does. He sort of makes the character. And also, have you ever watched some of the outtakes of Chris Pratt?
They're the best parts. I'm trying not to include them in my thought process because they were hilarious. So funny.
They were like when the scene were like who's made the best comeback in the film.
Best one, man.
And they were showing examples like Kim Kardashian. They're like, what do you mean? He's like, well, she got cum in her back, right? In that film. And they're like, passion himself on it. But when he's talking to the doctor and they're just improvising lines, and he's talking to the doctor like, doctor, when I wipe down there, it's like a magic marker. No matter how many sheets I use, still poop, still poop, still poop, still. Aubrey Plaza in the background like, fuck's sake, man, just ruins it.
Right, hold on. I'm going for Andy then.
Oh, you're going back, Andy?
Aye, fuck it. Andy wins, man. Let's hear what the punters have got to say.
Right, so give me 2 seconds here.
Right, actually, that is actually useful having the punters here because I can't quite decide this one.
Aye, it's helpful for stuff.
It's helpful for stuff.
Give me 2 seconds, right? Right, so where we're at with that then, right? So we didn't cover Cat, so where that was with ours and the viewers, that was 10 to 5, so 67 to 33%.
Right.
In favour of Cat, and for us it was 100%. So that's clearly we're in the same boat there. We Andy and Latka, 79% for Andy and 21% for Latka.
Andy's gone through,
and Andy's went through with us as well. So I think like everything.
He never actively tried to fucking ruin the sitcom. As funny as that was today, man.
So the thing is, though, with the viewer votes. The only one that we disagreed upon was Dwight and Gareth. That was the only contentious one.
Right, okay.
So did folk on the comments say Dwight over Gareth?
Yes. Dwight won 67% to 33%.
I get that the American Office has got that rewatch value on Netflix where it's a pure it's a much more feel-good show than the British one. But that's, I think, what the strength of the British one is. It's what makes it more authentic and real, and what made it influence all these that fucking changed the genre. You know what I mean? It's how influential it is,
and I think
it's so real.
I think because I rewatched the US Office, and then in preparation for this, when I finished that, I watched the British one.
Aye.
So I think that didn't get any favours because it's so abrupt and so fast to get through.
Aye.
But it was funny because I pointed that out to Maria as well. I was like, how their ending is so wrapped up and resolved and happy and all that. And Dwight's like, he's the boss. Everybody, him and Jim are buried the hatchet and all this kind of thing.
Spoilers, man.
Whereas with the
No
UK,
need to sit through 11 seasons now.
with the UK one, it's like it ends with David saying the mad line. It's like, if you want a rainbow, you have to put up with the rain.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what philosopher said that? Dolly Parton. And everybody thought she was just a big pair of tits, and then just the credits. And I was like, it's amazing, but completely different tone. So
no, wait a minute. That's the end. Is that the end of the Christmas special? Or is that
No,
the end
that's the end of season 2. Aye,
because the end of the Christmas special is when they all get the photo.
Aye,
because it ends with him actually getting a real laugh after
yes,
people
I was like,
see,
Betty.
That's a great
Betty.
Aye.
And he goes like that, and then he takes photos. Like, I'll do it again.
Aye,
And it's like that.
perfect. That is brilliant.
perfect.
That is great. Aye,
Fucking sublime.
But I was just meaning from the actual series. That's how it ended. Imagine that.
Christmas specials
It was
are
like
brilliant,
2 or 3 years after that the Christmas special came out. So that's the ending of The Office.
a
with
year.
that clip.
A year or two. I loved how they did that as well. The Christmas special. By the time the Christmas special, the documentary had been on TV,
Yeah,
so
aye.
Brent's all pissed off about it. It was a stitch up. It was a stitch up.
Stitch up job.
And then he's doing the pure depressing,
Aye.
like Z-list celebrity appearances at nightclubs, which I have to be honest, I've done things in the past where I've been on stage going like that. Oh my God, I've become David Bryant. I feel like I should be dressed like Austin Powers, like groovy baby, yeah.
It's so painful.
Calling
to
me a
watch, man.
wanker, they're the wanker.
You're the wanker, Mike. Aye.
If I want advice off you, mate, it'd be about mortgages. Talking to how up for the Halifax adverts, man. What fucking perfect casting.
Let me ask you something. Who does your tampons? Everything's just pure depressing, man.
Yeah.
But aye.
Right, so our winners are for this first heat Niles from Fraser, Gareth from the UK office, Kat from Red Dwarf, and Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec.
A good fucking field, strong field.
Aye, now they're going through to the next round. Now we're going to have a look at the next division, the next conference.
I've got to say, there's a few tough rounds in
Before
this
you
one.
shows it, this is something we can say now. Now that we've got a bunch of suggestions, because I think it was like 79 posts on it.
There's a lot.
Aye. No, a lot of people are invested in this, mate. So some people are going to be pissed off.
I do apologise to the guy that suggested.
You should, because even I looked at it and went, for fuck's sake.
I might delete that comment. He suggested Sidekick Simon for Alan Partridge, which he's a hilarious character. Tim Key's brilliant in it, but it's not. There's none of them are sitcoms.
Aye.
It doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
And he suggested another character for Derek. Derek doesn't count because it's comedy drama for one thing.
Aye, we'll leave it at that. But no, in this round and going forward in the rounds we review each week, if we have suggestions that we think should replace somebody, speak up.
We can bring it to the table. Aye.
Right, so let's see the next ones for next week's episode.
So first bracket is Crichton against Michael for Alan Partridge.
Right. I already think Crichton might be out because, like we said, we can't before, and then we can't have multiple. And I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think.
Could be.
And I don't think, as much as Crichton is good, I can't believe I'm going to say this, it's a massive Red Dwarf fan growing up. Don't know with the names that I've seen suggested, if he hodds up.
Well, we've got a week.
Aye. Maybe we can decide the new if we want, like, to replace him with somebody.
And Michael.
Let's see what other ones. Michael's.
He's definitely valid. That's
Oh my God, aye.
So
here.
we've got Darren Lamb for Extras and Gunther for Friends.
That's a contentious one, I think.
Aye.
Which one?
Gunther.
Aye, I
You think so?
too.
Gunther's like, he's a jumped up extra, man.
But he could
I mean, he literally
he
was an
could be
extra.
I already
Big
think there's
lines
two
there.
subs getting made.
he
there,
could
mate.
be right for the substitution.
Substitution. We'll get an
Then,
American style graphic.
then we've got Frank for Always Sunny against George Costanza for Seinfeld.
What you think? You think the same?
I think both of them are fucking. Seinfeld's an ensemble for the start,
Bob, right, I see what you're saying.
and Frank as well.
He wasn't in the first series though. He came in and then stayed and then became
Who did Frank?
Aye.
I think Frank. I could maybe.
But it is quite, it's a bit an ensemble thing, Always Sunny as well.
Aye.
The equal parts and all that.
Like, I would say out of Frank and George, Frank's the one that I could say is likely to stay there.
Right.
Aye.
And George,
I would have thought that way.
he's more mainstay, too much of a mainstay for this. Maybe
both these guys need to go. Maybe both these guys need to fucking get the fuck out of there. As amazing as they are.
Interesting. Then we've got Sean Williamson for extras and Moss for IT crowd, but Moss is a mainstay, I think, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But then as one of the, he's not the main part.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's the sort of
he's
breakout. Fine. He's the breakout character to the point where he was the only one that was in the American version of the IT crowd.
That's right.
He got
same with Crichton. Crichton did the American pilot.
He got more as it went because obviously he was the breakout. Aye. If I remember right. Okay. So I think there's subs here.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have on the list that isn't already in there?
So there is quite a few suggestions here. Sorry, mate.
But these are these the ones that aren't already in?
That aren't already in.
Right, cool. Substitution. Right, Crichton's fucking out of there.
Right. So who do we want in place then? We've got Frank Costanza, Jamesy Cotter, Mr. Gilbert, Norm, Cliff, Hal, Leon, Arthur.
Let's make it difficult. Put Jamesy Cotter in there, man.
Oofed. That, how do you... I'm already there.
Right.
Jamesy.
Michael stays. Michael is golden, man. He's 100% in there.
Aye.
Right. Gunter, fuck off.
Right.
Right.
We've got Frank Costanza, Mr. Gilbert, Norm, Cliff, Hal, Leon, Arthur.
I'll let you just pick this one.
I'm going to say Mr. Gilbert. No, Leon.
Okay.
Go for Leon.
Right. Now we've got Frank and George, so we want to get rid of George.
I'd get rid of both, man.
You want to get rid of Frank as well?
If you want Frank to stay in.
No, that's fine. Like, genuinely fine. Like,
But I think he'll barrel all the way through to the final, in my opinion, and then people will just be like, well, he's not a fucking side character. I think that's what people will say.
Right. Okay. No, I'm down with that. So,
we can only substitute people in the opening heats.
Aye, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye. All right, so we've got Frank Costanza, Mr. Gilbert, Norm, Cliff, Hal, Arthur. Here, all of them have been randomly selected with each other, right? But I'm kind of thinking, just for the pure heat of it, do you think you should put up Norm against Cliff?
I was thinking that just there.
Go for it, man.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Go for it, man.
Not?
The great debate, man.
Great debate.
Aye.
It's mad when you look at like a cast photo of Series 1 and it has all their ages. Cliff Claven's about 27.
I know.
No, he's like literally in his early
Crazy.
30s or something, man.
Aye.
Like we were saying earlier about Hulk Hogan being like 24 when he was in Rocky 3.
Aye. Because Cliff Claven's still kicking a ball, man. He's still doing Pixar voiceovers.
His hair was already running away from his fucking face, man, at that point when he was 24.
Aye, but he's like... I mean, he's barely aged, but it's just because he's old. Always look like an old guy, you know what I mean? That's weird.
Right, and I think the last one's fine.
Are these ones all right?
Aye. I mean, but we've got somebody else for extras, haven't we?
Well,
Damn lamb, aye.
Aye, I think I would get rid of Sean Williamson, man.
Sean Williamson?
Yeah, Barry.
Really?
Aye. And I would replace him with... Because who's left?
With the subs,
Aye.
We've got Frank Costanza, Arthur, Mr. Gilbert, and Hal.
Put Hal in.
And instead of Sean Williamson?
Aye, man. Let's go for Hal versus Moss. This is going to be difficult next week.
Cranston versus Ayawadi.
Can I ask the reasoning why getting rid of Sean Williamson?
I think he'd have been a valid one, but
I think so.
yeah.
All right, keep in.
I mean, it's not.
Keep in. I just think there's such a wide net of characters for round sitcoms, and you've got two in there. I know we've just done it with Cliff and Norm, but I think that's more just to see what people say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what one out extras would you pick out the two if you had to take one out?
Oh, aye, because there's two there.
Aye.
Should also the fact that Sean Williamson's playing himself, does that factor in? Because he's not even, he's playing a version of himself.
And we do love him.
Do you know what? That's a really good point, mate. Aye, he is playing himself.
We've decided, and we need to end this episode in a minute because it's an hour and fucking 30, you know. And I've got to edit this tomorrow before I go to a fucking kickboxing event at the Paisley Lagoon. It's going to be something else. Need to see my nephew Owen fighting, but aye. Aye. So, good luck, Owen. I know you're going to smash it. You fucking better, because your dad will be steaming by that point and probably try to climb in the ring if you don't. Fucking, fucking, what's his name?
Randy Marsh?
No,
this is America.
Like fucking
This
that.
is America.
Like that and all, but John Fury.
Right,
Imagine doing that. Aye. And no faring as well as John might fare in a scrap. Little Barry, no, man. Right, so go up. Right, so I can see the four heats, so we can say this to the people, man. So next week we have in the next brackets for this competition, Jamesy Cotter for Rab C. Nesbitt versus Michael from Alan Partridge. We have Darren Lamb from Extras versus Leon from Curb Your Enthusiasm. We have Cliff versus Norm in the fucking Battle of the Legends, man, in Cheers. And we also have Hal from Malcolm in the Middle versus Moss from the IT Crowd. So let us know who you think should go through to the next round of the best secondary/supporting sitcom characters of all time. Right? So that was good. It's a long fucking episode, but it was good. It's a good episode. So, you got anything to plug?
I've got a few things, possibly. As always, get yourself down to the Stand Comedy Club's improv show on a Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. The Stand Comedy Club on Great Western Road in Glasgow. If you're about in May the 1st in Edinburgh, I'm doing a fucking poetry reading for the National Theatre of Scotland at the Central Hall. It's part of their May Day event. I'm reading Michael Rosen's They Shall Not Pass. And this is sort of early doors. I'm going to start plugging it now because I want it to be busy. I'm going to start running and hosting the Wee Man's Comedian Rap Battles the last Saturday of every month at Blackfriars Basement on Bell Street in Glasgow. That starts at the end of May, last Saturday of May, for the rest of the year on.
There you go. A wee residency in Blackfriars for comedian rap battles last Saturday of every month. Get your arse down there.
It's a good fun show.
And I've been a bunch of times and it's always a fucking laugh.
Been on, I've hosted it at Tea in the Park, I've hosted it at the Edinburgh Fringe, and I've hosted it in the BBC iPlayer.
Remember that time we done comedy at Tea in the Park?
Yeah, no, that never happened.
Remember that, man?
No.
And it went that bad, the situation. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't your fault.
I watched, I saw Jim Gillespie walk out.
Aye. Who was it? It was an American
He doesn't
comedian.
walk out anything, man.
Who was the American comedian that was just off stage? Really famous comedian. And I ran and elbow dropped the space on the grass between the crash barrier and the stage and then rolled out the door. And then he was standing there with a can of beer and he went, "You did the right thing, kid." Because it was like this fucking improv show, and it was everybody was on a come down. We poked somebody that shall remain nameless up on the stage because Billy was like, "Oh, there's Hingy," and popped him up, and I went, "He's been, man." Eyes like fucking frisbees, and I went, "Aye, I'm out, man." Randy Savage elbow rolled away,
right for the stage, you know,
rolled away, man.
Aye, man.
I was like, I'm no part of this anymore.
That was a fucking Terry Funk bump.
Aye, man. It was a high stage, man. I fucking didn't regret it.
Who was the American comedian again, man? Wasn't it Tom Stade?
It might have been, actually.
Is it Tom Stade?
I think it was.
Is he Canadian each?
I mean, well, you know what I mean, like
Aye,
North
aye.
American.
Aye,
It was
okay,
him. It was him.
right.
Aye, you did the right thing there, kid. Because we sat drinking with him afterwards, aye. So, one thing to plug for the end of the month, Grado's Big Family Wrestling Bash. It's going to be a buzz. It's selling fast. Very, very few tickets left. Get your family down there. It's always a cracking show.
Great dude.
And there's another wrestling show coming up in August that I won't plug yet until they announce it next week. Aye. So that'll be good as well, but don't know why I'm even mentioning it now. But aye. So this has been the Heavy Good Podcast. I am Mark Dallas. That is Neil Duan Bratchpiece. That is Roy Bryson. And we will see you next week.